Hello, dear students. I am here, and once again, I welcome all my dear students of Creative International School. In the previous lecture, we have completed the whole exercise and a poem. Don't be afraid of the dark. And today, we are going to start second chapter of this unit, Helen Keller. Some of students might have heard about Helen Keller, and if not, then in this chapter we are going to learn the whole story of her. Okay, so let's start it, students. Helen Keller. It is a story of a girl. It was the summer of 1880. A healthy baby girl was born in a small town in Alabama. Her parents loved her dearly and named her Helen Keller. Helen Keller. But one day the baby became ill, and day after day her fever stayed high. Everyone in the family tried to help her to get better, but all they could say was, "There is nothing more we can do. The baby may not live." Okay, the story it is given of Helen Keller. It was the summer of 1880, right? It was a summer season and we are talking about the year 1880, right? It's a long ago. It's very, very long ago. We are talking about 1880. Now it is 2020, and we are talking about 1880, so it's really a long time. A healthy baby girl was born. Here, a healthy baby girl was born in a small town in Alabama, and her parents and everyone's parents love babies, right? So her parents also loved her dearly, and she was named as Helen Keller. But suddenly what happened, one day the baby became ill, and her situation was becoming very serious, and day after day he felt ill, and her fever always stayed high, and everyone just gave up. There was no hope that she might remain alive. Everyone was just thinking that she may not live, and she will get die. So Helen lived, but there is God who always stays with us and help us. So God's mercy was that the Helen survived and she lived, but she was not the same after her illness. But there are ठीक तो हो गई वो, बट फिर भी उसके बाद बहुत बीमारी के बाद उसके अंदर कुछ ना कुछ खामियां आ गई थी. There was something wrong, her mother said. At last they found out what was wrong, and after some time they understood that what was the problem with her. After her illness, the child could not see or hear. That was really sad that after the illness the child Helen Keller was not able to see or hear. ना तो वो देख सकती थी, ना ही कुछ सुन सकती थी. The baby grew into a little girl. Her parents felt sorry for her, and the baby just grew up and she turned into a little girl, and her parents was really very, they were very emotional and were feeling sorry for her that she cannot even see or hear. Helen often cried and held on to her mother. "Give the poor child what she wants," her father would say. Whenever she used to cry, they were getting very emotional, and her father used to say her mother that whatever she wants, please give her, because she cannot even describe what she wants, right? Though Helen could not hear or see, she was a bright little girl. Some people thought Helen could not learn anything. Her mother did not agree. "Helen is very smart," she said, and added, "The problem is, how can we reach her? She is locked up inside herself." Okay, what happened? After some time when she grew up, so some people thought that Helen could not see or hear, so she might not learn anything, and she won't be able to do anything in her life. But her mother did not agree with them, and she told that Helen is really smart, and she added that the problem which we are facing is that I don't know that how can we reach her. उस तक कैसे पहुँचे, कैसे अपनी आवाज़ उस तक पहुँचाए, कैसे हम उससे उसकी बात जाने, दैट इज़ अ प्रॉब्लम विथ अस. शी इज़ लॉक्ड अप इनसाइड हर सेल्फ. दैट इज़ अ प्रॉब्लम कि वो खुद से ही लॉक हो गई है खुद के अंदर और वो हमें अपनी जो फीलिंग्स है वो शेयर नहीं कर पाती है. Helen began to grow wild. She would not let anyone comb her hair. Her clothes were always dirty. Then she grew up more and Helen grew wild and she would not let anyone comb her hair. Now what happens? She don't like that anyone combs her hair and she do not allow. Her clothes were always dirty. उसके कपड़े हमेशा डर्टी रहते थे. She was often angry. Sometimes she even lay on the floor and kicked her feet. It was just like she was very frustrated because as she was not able to describe herself in front of anyone, so she was always very angry and she always lay on the floor. ज़मीन पे सो जाती थी और खुद के ही पैरों से किक करती रहती थी. Her parents thought that they should find a teacher for her. Then her parents thought that कि she needs a teacher who can help her and maybe शायद वहाँ पे कुछ इम्प्रूवमेंट आए उसके अंदर. सो मिस सुलिवान, अ यंग टीचर, अग्रीड टू हेल्प हेलन टू लर्न टू सी द वर्ल्ड. So Miss Sullivan, a young teacher, she was a young teacher and she got agreed that she will help Helen to learn how to see the world. And Miss Sullivan gave Helen a doll. Now Miss Sullivan started visiting Helen as a teacher. So first of all, in the first meeting, Sullivan gave Helen a doll. Doll spells doll. DOLL spells doll. She spelled the word with her fingers into Helen's hand. Now what she did? She took his hands and she just spelling by touching her fingers in Helen's hands, and she made the letters with special hand signs. Actually, such kind of people who are not able to hear and see, nowadays there are various techniques, and by using that techniques they are able to understand the words. There is some different kind of hand signs. So here also Miss Sullivan is making her understand by the special hand signs, and Helen copied her teacher and spelled doll. Whatever her teacher did with her hands, she did same, and then she spelled DOLL, doll, but she did not understand what she was doing. She just did whatever her teacher did. She just copied, but she was not understanding that what she was doing. Helen liked Miss Sullivan and she started liking Miss Sullivan. She was strict but kind. She was strict, right? But she was also kind. She spelled a lot of words for Helen on her hand day and night to make Helen understand. What she used to do? She used to spell a lot of words for Helen on her hand, right, day and night to make Helen understand. So she was using different techniques, finger techniques, to make her understand. She was doing lots of hard work, right, for Helen so that she can understand. One day her teacher made Helen put her hand into running water. One day she took her near the fountain, and she told her to put her hand into the running water. Then she spelled water, WATER, water. Suddenly Helen understood that water meant something wet. Okay, by feeling the water, by feeling water, she understood that water means what? The water is wet, something wet. जो ऐसी कोई चीज़ जो गीली होती है वो वाटर होता है, जिसकी स्पेलिंग WATER है. So she understood that words were the most important things in the world. Words would tell her everything she wanted to know. Then after this she came to know that कि वर्ड्स ऐसी चीज़ है जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ होती है वर्ल्ड में. वर्ड्स हमें बताएगा. वर्ड्स वुड टेल हर एवरीथिंग शी वांटेड टू नो. वर्ड्स ही वो चीज़ है जो आपको बताएगा, जो भी आपको जानना है उसके बारे में आपको बताएगा. सो दिस वॉज अ शॉर्ट स्टोरी ऑफ द हेलन केलर. There are so many incidents of the Helen Keller, and it is really she was a very bright child, as her mother said. And I have also read a long story of Helen Keller. Here a short story is given in your book. Okay, so now the chapter is being completed. There are some new words: dearly, illness, agreed, and important. I just want that you write all those 4 words in your notebook. First of all, put the heading of the chapter, Helen Keller, and write the date and day. After that, new words, 4 new words, write it down 5 times, new words. And then after that, this reading is fun question answers are there, that you are going to write it here in your classwork. Reading is fun section, 6 question answers are there. Then let's talk. See here, sorry, here are the hand signs which she was using to make her understand, right? There are different signals to make them understand. You can observe that. After that, there is matching also given here. There you are going to answer it. Then okay, you have to only complete up to this matching section. Okay, so today's homework is, students, reading is fun, let's talk. You have to observe all the signs in your textbook, and after that this matching section. And yes, answer key will be given to you in the application, so don't worry, you have to write the answers from that. Okay students, we will meet you in the next lecture.